Hello everyone, Muon here, and welcome to my mini mushroom crochet tutorial. I'll be showing you the Shiitake version of this project today, but I've created many more styles. If you'd like me to release a written pattern with instructions for those, let me know in the comments along with which versions you'd like to see. We want the body of this project to be slightly smaller, and there are a bunch of ways that you can achieve that, which I'll show on the screen, but for the video I will be using a 3.25mm hook. Starting off, you're going to make a magic circle. Into the circle, make 6 single crochet stitches. Tighten up your circle by pulling on the tail end. Make 6 increases so that you have a total of 12 stitches by the end of the round. You can also think of this as putting 2 single crochets together in each stitch. Make 1 single crochet by itself and then 1 increase. Do this 6 times so that you have a total of 18 stitches by the end of the round. Find the back loops of your stitches. These are going to be the loops that are further away from you. Working in the back loops only, make 18 single crochets, or put 1 single crochet in each back loop of this round. Returning to working in both loops or the full stitch, we're going to make 3 rounds of 18 single crochets. But we're going to leave the very last stitch of the 3rd round incomplete because that's where we're going to make a color change. As I mentioned, we're going to leave the last stitch incomplete, so yarn under, pull up a loop, and have 2 loops on your hook, but don't pull through them yet. To change color, we're going to pull through those 2 loops on our hook with the new yarn. I like to secure the color change or new yarn by tying together the 2 ends on the inside of the project. And you're going to cut the body color yarn. We want the cap of the mushroom to be slightly bigger, so in the video I'm going to switch to a 3.5mm hook. Locate the front loops of your stitches. These are going to be the ones that are closer to you. Working in the front loops only, we're going to be making 18 increases, or we're going to put 2 single crochets together in each front loop of this round. By the end, you should have a total of 36 stitches. Locate the back loops of your stitches. Working in the back loops only, make 36 single crochets. Returning to working in both loops, make 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Do this 12 times in total, so that by the end of the round you have 24 stitches. Make 2 single crochets and then a decrease. Do this 6 times so that by the end of the round you have a total of 18 stitches. Make 1 round of 18 single crochets. Make 1 single crochet and then a decrease. Do this 6 times so that by the end of the round you have a total of 12 stitches. Go ahead and add your stuffing. And while you're at it, why not add a like or a comment to this video, share it with a friend, or subscribe to the channel. Decrease 6 times so that you have 6 stitches by the end of the round. Go ahead and cut your yarn. Weave in your ends, making sure to seal the top of your project. For the arms and legs of this project, I'll be showing you some suggested locations in the video, but as always, feel free to place them as you prefer. Cut a long piece of yarn in your body color. This is the center of the back of your project, and this is the base or third round of your project. Locate the first round up from the base. This is round 4. Pick a stitch in round 4 that is at the front of your project and slightly to the right. Notice how the outside of each single crochet makes a sort of X shape with 4 corners. Put your tapestry needle into one corner of your selected stitch and out of the diagonally opposite corner. Create a loop by sewing from one corner of the X to the diagonally opposite corner. Repeat this 3 more times so that you have 4 loops total going in the same direction. Once you're done, move your tapestry needle into one of the 2 remaining unworked corners. Sewing from corner to corner, make 4 diagonal loops that cross over the 4 loops you made in the last step. Locate the stitch where you want to put your second foot. In the video, I am counting 4 stitches to the left from my first foot, and I'm going to be working the second foot into the 5th stitch. Just like before, start off by inserting your needle into one corner of that stitch. Sew 4 diagonal loops from corner to corner. Move your needle to one of the remaining 2 unworked corners. Finishing up, sew 4 diagonal loops from corner to corner, crossing over the 4 loops that you made in the previous step. And from here, to prevent any confusion, when I say right hand or right foot, for example, I mean the hand or foot that is on your right side, even though this is the mushroom's left and vice versa. So we're going to be making our left hand or the hand that is on your left side. Count 2 rows up from your left foot. Then count 1 stitch to the left of that foot. Insert your needle into the space between the first stitch to the left and the second stitch to the left. Once again, I'm not working into the first stitch or the second stitch from the foot, but rather in between those 2 stitches. Depending on where you inserted your needle, you're going to be sewing 4 vertical loops, either from the top of the row to the bottom or from the bottom of the row to the top. Moving on to the hand that is on your right side, count 2 rows up from the right foot and 1 stitch to the right. As I'm showing in the video, we're not inserting our needle into one of the corners of the X, but rather into the center of either the top or the bottom of the stitch. Once again, we're counting 2 rows up and 1 stitch to the right, and we're going to put our needle into the center of either the top of that stitch or the bottom of the stitch. We're going to sew 4 vertical loops from the center of the top of the stitch to the center of the bottom of that stitch, or vice versa, depending on where you started from. Go ahead and weave in all of your ends. And cut yourself a long piece of white yarn. And you're going to figure out where you want to sew the X onto your mushroom. Here I'm using pins to sort of mark out roughly where I want everything, but it's not an exact science. Once you've figured out where you want it, go ahead and sew the X onto the top of your mushroom. To secure everything, sew a tiny loop over the center of the X or where the lines intersect, and you can think about it as stapling everything down. Once you're done, go ahead and weave in all of your ends. For the eyes, you're going to cut 2 small circles out of black felt. And for the cheeks, cut 2 small ovals out of pink felt. Position all of your facial details and glue them into place. And you're all done! If you'd like me to make a written version of this project that includes different mushroom styles, let me know in the comments along with which styles you'd like to see. I've been Muon. I'll be wishing you all the happiness in the world. Hope you have a nice day.